What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day. I'm going to make a quick little recap video talking about and following up with a video that I uploaded yesterday. So I talked about my position that I had on DGAZ and the pattern that I saw. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I believe it's a video that it's one of the most recent uploads that I have on my YouTube channel, and it's clearly labeled. It's just like how to understand patterns, right? So and those are the patterns that you are trading. That was the whole purpose of the video. It wasn't to encourage anyone to trade the stock that I was trading at or anything like that. But for all those that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit, Get, you guys have an assumption of how much it is that I'm up already on the day. And it's a little bit over $1,600. I'm going to show you guys everything it is that, I mean, if you guys want to watch like why it is that I saw value, great. I'm just going to talk about my exit and why is it that I sold at the position that I sold. Just recapping on that, making sure that we end the week on a green note, and then in preparation and talking a little bit about next week and what we have planned. So I hope you guys enjoy. Right now, as you guys can see, I actually took another small position where I took another position on DGAZ. So DGAZ was the position that I took a position on. As you guys can see, well, you guys can see the profits for the day. But overall, you can see this reversal pattern, right, that it's showing. This SMA, which has acted as a previous resistance, so I guess we could make the assumption that, it might act as a resistance. But I wasn't too focused on that. I was more focused on the idea of this, 180-day chart. I talked about why it is that I saw value and all that good stuff. I now want to talk about why is it that I covered at around $27. When it pushed above $27 the first time, I did not sell. I was live on the Learn, Plan, Profit live stream like we do every single morning. So that's my private group that gets to watch me trade live Monday through Friday. It had a slight little pullback. We were waiting for the consolidation to happen at the middle VWAP. We waited for the break above the EMA. It started to trend up, and it started to really consolidate right around this price point. I ended up exiting, if I'm not mistaken, around like $26.97, $26.98, something around there. And then it ended up continuing to push up, ended up making highs of $27.22. It had a slight pullback, and then I saw that it was catching at this SMA line. But the most important factor that I really was leveraging was the /NG. The /NG future. So if you don't know the correlation between those, then you might want to do a little bit research on that. But the reason that I saw somewhat of a resistance at $27 to be pretty solid and pretty difficult to break above is if we do like a 5-day analysis, you can see that the last time that it tried to break and recover when it was around $27, it got rejected. And I didn't want the same thing to happen, right? I didn't want to be into DGAZ, be up on the day, and then it end up getting rejected, and just because I didn't again, the whole thing that I was trying to focus on was looking at the indicators that I had in previous patterns to understand why or when it would start to reverse. Very simple like that. Now we could draw some form of like a support line right around $27. So I'm going to draw one right there, and you can see now that it has a margin from $27 to $28. It has highs of day at around $27.22, so around $27.20. So then you ask yourself, what is it going to bounce at this SMA line, or is it going to get rejected? Because I took another position at $27.03, and the reason why was I started seeing it really consolidate and validate this SMA line intraday. Not just that, on my other screen, I have the natural gas future, and this is what I'm going to talk about. The natural gas future itself, and I see it getting rejected by the SMA, but also if you look at the 5-minute time frame, so you can do the 1 minute time, what is it? Yeah, the 1 day 1 minute, or the 5 day 5 minute, whatever it is that you prefer. I'm going based off of this. You can see that there's this curling pattern, this reversal pattern. Yes, it does have potential for potential recovery, but also it's doing a really good job. If you see this MACD indicator, I've been able to leverage MACD when it comes down to trading DGAZ and UGAZ and stuff like that. I can get a pretty good assumption on when it's going to start to reverse. So right now we see the MACD indicator starting to curve back out, which means, or curve back down. The bars are starting to get a little bit smaller, which is giving me an understanding that it's starting to, it's indicating for a potential reversal and for a continuous downward pattern, right? That it's going to continue to descend, and that's what I'm going based off of. So I can see the pattern right now for DGAZ and why it has, in my opinion, potential to recover. If you look at the 5-minute chart, you can see that it's still riding right below the resistance, and the MACD bars are starting to kind of almost flatline. Now, if I start seeing this actually start breaking below $27, I can simply cut losses, and I will lose about $30 plus commission, right? Not a very huge loss there. But I saw a lot of potential for this thing to start pushing up, and then for me to not only hit highs of $27.20, but maybe highs of day of maybe like $27.50, maybe $28, and going based off of that. You might be asking, well, Ricky, then why did you sell your first position for DGAZ at around $26, $26.97? Well, one thing that I asked myself was the dollar value that I had invested was very high, was a lot higher than my current position right now. And because of that, I knew that there was a form of resistance at around $27, and I saw that it was somewhat getting rejected, and because of that, I didn't want to take the risk with that higher dollar value. And I was okay with that. I also had a busy morning with different things that we had going on, so I covered profits, and I saw that DGAZ ended up breaking above $27 and started making new highs, $27.20. It pulled back and validated multiple times, once, twice, and then the third time, if it pushes back up, 27 as a support. And that's what we want to see. We want old resistance levels to become new support levels. And with that understanding, we can make the assumption that, okay, well, right now, because my dollar value isn't as high as it was before, because now the pattern is showing signs more of a solid uptrend, so there's a pullback confirmation, right? And I think it still has potential to continue to reverse back up, especially with what I'm seeing with natural gas and how that's getting rejected. Now the dollar value that I have invested isn't huge for me, right? It isn't like how it was before, and I also am seeing that now not only am I it's not only just the dollar value, but the overall pattern itself is validating $27 as a support as it's continuing to bounce. So the more times it bounces at that support, the more times it will confirm that, validate that support. It doesn't mean 100% that it can't break below it. Again, it's just my breakdown, and just based on the more times it pulls back and bounces at that support, the stronger that support can become. So that is really just it. As you guys can see, I have a series of alerts set up right here. So if something ends up happening, I can quickly take action. But that is pretty much it. I mean, I talked about why it is that I saw value for all those that tuned in a little bit late. I'm up a little bit over $1,600 on the day. And yep, I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted my profits right as I close. If you're part of the Learn Plan Profit Group, you would have seen me trade live. But you guys, I talked about this one for the past couple of days. Obviously, I got in a little bit too early, right, the first couple of days. But because of my average up approach on when it starts to recover, it worked out pretty well, worked out in my favor. And I still think that DGAZ has a lot of margin to recover. I just don't want to hold it over the weekend, right? And the dollar value that I had originally invested in it was a little bit too high. So, that's the decision that I ended up making. So that is really just it for today's video. Nothing crazy. Just very quick breakdown, very quick explanation of why I took my position and what I plan to do moving on forward. But yep, that is really just it. So can you please give me an update on TEOL? So I will just do one breakdown, and it will be just for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at TEOL. So it's showing signs of a reversal pattern. Do you see? I mean, this curling pattern. Do you see that? So it's making lower lows, and it's not making higher highs anymore. So it's this reversal pattern, and it's a complete breakup pattern. Very easy to understand when there's a breakup pattern when something was validating the EMA, and then it starts to curve back down, right? It might bounce here at around $9, but it might continue to descend. We'll just have to wait for it to play for it to play out, and then we could follow up with it. So, but yeah, that's really just it. So, we have Aaron back there. He's just we're actually going to be working on an edit for a new YouTube channel that we're going to be opening up. A lot of people have been asking me kind of what is it that I do on the day-to-day. So we're going to have an intro video to a new YouTube channel, and maybe uploading, that's kind of the idea, right? Yeah. Maybe uploading once a week on these kind of lifestyle type of uploads. So something completely different than just investing in the stock market and investing all together. But a lot of you tend to not only me, but also the people that I live with, as in my roommates. So how cool would it be maybe once a week to have a 3 to 5 minute video just showcasing a fun day or a fun thing that we do throughout the day, maybe with our cars and stuff like that. So that is really just it. So yeah, that is it. So I want to thank you guys again so much for your time. I hope you guys all have a beautiful rest of your Friday. Again, don't force it. Keep it simple. If you're up, there's no reason to, if you don't feel comfortable holding over the weekend, don't force it. Just keep it simple. Stick to what it is that you know. And we have all of next week to take advantage of so-called opportunities. So I'm really happy that I was able to end the week on a green note. I wish you all the same and the best. If you guys want to follow up for our Sunday Stock Talk video, we host an event every single Sunday at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. We'll see you guys live, but if not, be sure to like this video, be sure to subscribe if you're not already, and then the first link in the description, we're actually running a promo today until the end of today. So if you've ever wanted to be part of the Learn, Plan, Profit lesson library, you guys can get $40 off. Just use promo code BOOM. We reactivated that, and you will save $40. So BOOM, you'll save $40 off the Learn, Plan, Profit lesson library. You'll be showcased everything it is that I know about the market. You'll also be able to watch me and trade with me live and ask me questions every single day. So feel free to check it out. 30 seconds. Click that first link in the description and learn a little bit more about it. And then also we have the free TechBud Solutions community of over 95,000 members. We'd love to be a part of your success, and that's the third link in the description. So thank you guys again for your time. Hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your Friday. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.